exactly have we got carrots from Mexico in Jamaica?
This is a very important and serious concern that I would like to bring across to the Prime Minister.
I keep seeing this conversation online between farmers, vendors, and just regular Jamaican people about how farmers don't see the benefit in farming anymore because the cost of goods are becoming too cheap. Now, they are importing a lot of stuff as well, which is another factor, is they feel that they're competing against large corporations that, frankly, they cannot compete with. And then a lot of people complain, saying that the vendors overcharge for their goods, while the vendors are saying, well, this is the price that they get from the farmers, and they have to make some money on it, so this is why they have to charge what they have to charge. But then some people say, even if you pay the farmers this amount of money, why do you have to charge 3-4 times the amount that you pay the farmer? And the everyday people, they want lower cost. Everything is so expensive. So it's like, if we could get our food cheaper, that would be great. But as a farmer, you don't want to put in all this work, put in all this money into farming just to basically just make back what you put in, or even worse, lose out. As a farmer, you have to deal with unpredictable weather events. You have to deal with teeth. You have to deal with disease. You have to deal with the cost of fertilizer going up. There's so many factors and liabilities that could go wrong when farming. And at the end of it, if the farmers don't make back no money, is it even worth it?
Man, me I tell you, master, me say, what? Me say up top. Me say I first me grown ever beer so, and me don't in a no mood for reap the crop. $20 a pound for cabbage, $20 a 20 bag. Lord Jesus, me say, hey, look here, I bet he gonna give me hug them because watch, if you cut 1,000 pound and a $20 a pound, Lord God, a cheap pound that you know, cheap pound, no money in the air. And when time some people see you in your farm, they feel say money I make all the time. Lord God, right now. Me, and I'm cabbage and salvage for 1 month. 1 month, God, nobody don't want it. Man, cabbage more than rain. $20 a pound. Oh, God, man. Me say, cabbage gone to a dog. Man, I hope nobody no see me and come over here, you know. I beg no cabbage, you know. Oh, Me no want nobody beg me no cabbage car. You know the pan of rice. Oh, $20 pound. Oh God.
Jamaica imports over $3.1 billion worth of goods, while only exporting around $773 million worth of goods. We are literally consuming almost 4 times the rate that we are producing. Yet our government continues to mostly push tourism as the industry to invest in. Agriculture has to be the least invested in industry that would have the biggest impact on our economy. Out of that importation bill, over 1/3 is food alone. Yet our leaders focus on increasing the tourism demand. Yet they focus on luxury buildings. Yet they focus on ways to be more appealing internationally. And while yes, tourism is our main driver, agriculture is going to have the greatest impact for the everyday person. Working just above minimum wage while still having to pay for costly goods like food just is not going to cut it in the future. Jamaica is a giant farm. We are a farm first. The soil is rich. The land is there. And while tourism is our number one industry, agriculture will have the most positive impact on the everyday person because one, it will drive the food costs down, which is one of the biggest expense for everyday people. We need to be solely looking at how we can subsidize these farmers because over in places like North America, these farmers are heavily subsidized by the government. They almost get paid before they even produce one single fruit. We need to encourage the government to subsidize farmers, subsidize food growing programs so that we can actually get the investment in places where it's going to matter and going to actually help our nation and bring our GDP up.
People, and me they say 30 and 40 you know, they on paper money, and 50 and 100 and 5 bills and 2,000 and 5,000 bills on paper money. 30 you know, they on paper money, bro. So imagine we have them a pretty beautiful carrot in the farm, clear? Nice and clean like the girl them out the road, clear? Andrew, honest, me I beg you something. You can't ship out somebody carry them go another country. Everything nothing in Jamaica now, bro. And things still are shipping in Jamaica, bro. We need a better Jamaica, bro. Things them need to go up, bro. 2026 to technology around the road now, bro. The price them need to go up on the things them, bro. When you carry too much in Jamaica, you ship out to a cheap container go another country. Make them taste fruit or original carrot juice, bro. Why all the time carrot ship come to Jamaica? Why nothing cannot ship from Jamaica go to another country? Tell me, Mr. Anjones, may I ask you? Could you carry pretty and nice, could you? And it's cheap. I don't know, cheese is.
Madam Speaker, this is not just bad policy. It is infected with nepotism. I have seen the customs declaration for an imported shipment of 1,300 bags of onions brought in by a communications company owned by a JLP activist and former MP. I've seen it. I can share it with you if you want to see it. The system of granting import permits needs to be overhauled and put on a transparent footing. And Madam Speaker, priority must be given to importers that represent and support the affected farmers, not politically connected margin gatherers. If you get the privilege of making money out of imported food, those profits should be in the agricultural sector to help build it.
So I've heard the questions about farming. So let me break down what we plan to do to grow the agricultural industry. The first thing, we're going to invest in research and development so that we can provide farmers with the tools, the techniques, so that they can be more productive. They'll know what to plant, when to plant, how to plant, and they can improve their yields. That's the first thing we're going to do with agriculture. The second thing, we're going to expand irrigation. Right now, only about 18% of all agricultural lands in Jamaica have access to irrigation. What we're going to do is ensure that small farmers can have access to irrigation. Why is that important? If you have access to irrigation, you can farm for the entire year. Right now, farmers have to depend on rain. And if rain don't fall, then can't grow them crops. And then the third thing we're going to do, we're going to improve the access to funding. Because you need money to buy the equipment and the tools to farm better. but it's very difficult now for farmers to access funding. So we're going to do those three things. And you know why we're doing this? We're doing this so that we can grow what we eat and eat what we grow. We're doing this so we can reduce the foreign exchange that we spend importing food into the country. We're doing this so that the children who are going to school, that we're going to provide that one meal per day, it can be Jamaican food that they're eating and not imported food. We're committed to helping our farmers, and we're going to grow our economy by growing agriculture.
Guys, what I really want to know is last night, if that man there when him Patrick the farmer did serious when him say him burn up how much crops because him not getting a sale, and so much people down at St. Elizabeth and the countryside, them get affected by the hurricane so bad they're yet to recover, and you have people burn up them crops because them not getting a sale. Them say people don't want to buy the crops them, so you have to burn them out. Are you serious? When you prefer burn them than donate them? No man, no get a hold on yourself. Get a hold on yourself, because I don't know if may I miss something, or if I can help me understand why that was done instead of giving it away.
Yo, let me tell you something, farmers. Don't give up. Failure is not final. Failure only give you the capture the stories of resilience and fight from some farmers. Yo, enough of you that realize man can't make it. You hear me? I tell you, enough youth me know out there, enough little youth. Me say hustle. You know what little youth I go high school and make it in a farming. I told them not come out then just humble with it. You understand that I think with enough of farmer then humble with them thing. So let me tell you something, farmers. Don't give up. Don't make nothing. Put you on the ground and say, yo, Ray, you hear me? I tell you, fight, man, fight, fight. You fail, go back again and say, when we can do different, when we go wrong, what knowledge we can incorporate. Sometimes you have to clutch, you know. Sometimes you have to take a breeze out and just say, all right, let me take a breeze out and go back into the war again. You hear me? I tell you, yo, let me tell you something, man. We have a legacy for left hand, you know, man, to youth them, you know. And not just only for you if you dig land and spray and whatever, you know. We have to show the youth them. Say, yo, you can fight not only in farming but in everything in your life. In everything in your life. Fight. No give up. Don't give up. You hear me? I tell you, don't give up. You understand? Just keep pushing, man. Just keep fighting. Just keep on going. Keep on trying. Don't stop. Don't throw in the towel. You hear me? I tell you, you pick me and watch your family and watch your whole nation and watch. You understand me? I say, don't give up, man. Me keep pushing it because my little girls them and watch me. You understand me? I say, we can't afford to give up. You understand? That's how things set, man.
Mr. Fly Green, Prime Minister and Joe Honest, Mr. Agriculture rather. Right in Genus, Doncaster, St. Elizabeth, we have Mr. Stewart right now in his tomato farm right here in St. Elizabeth right now. There has to be some level of solution towards this sort of problem that we have in Jamaica now. First it was cucumber. Now we have a crisis with tomato right now. The farmers have the produce. The ministry, the minister, the government is asking the farmers to go into production. And when the farmers go into production, we realize it's a recurring problem in Jamaica over and over and over the years. We have been facing this problem. Look at this tomato tree right here. Jamaica. Me not never go talk. You can see it for yourself. Look tomato. I can roughly count. Why? About 300 tomato. Yeah. If not more. In this one little spot. Look here. Look here. Look at this. And the amount that is under the tree there is like grape. Look at the other tree here right there. It's no exaggeration. Look here. Look at the quality of the tomatoes under here. Look. Look at this. Look tomato. Right now the farmers are at a level of frustration right now that the government have to try to bring some serious measures in place. Look there. Because these things cannot continue. Look, no market. Don't matter where over the island we check. Look at the quality. Look at my hands. Because my hands are not small. And look at my hands. And look at the size of the tomato. Right here that we're looking at. Look. No man, there has to be some. Look here, so again. Watch him. Look tomato. Look tomato. Jamaica and I don't make up store businesses. Look tomato. Look here. Look tomato. No man. Look here. Look tomato. Look. Man said the tomato beer till it can't. It's difficult to explain. And the farmers are doing their part. You understand me? I constantly see Minister Fly Green going on the platform and in the media and glorifying, praising the reduction in the cost of ground provision. But Minister Green, with this is an unsustainable approach that the farmers are in right now, because how much farmers can be sustaining their crops and sustaining themselves and their families with this type of crisis that we're in. First it was cucumber, then watermelon took the same down peak as well. Now it's tomato, scotch bonnet, same thing. There's so much things. The farmers are exhausted right now because they don't know what to plant. You understand me? Look. You understand me? So I think it's more than appropriate for Minister Green to have some town hall meetings in Clarendon, St. Elizabeth, Manchester and St. Catherine, all these parishes sent and try to see how best we can come up with some solution. Because if this is going to continue in Jamaica, what you're going to realize, people are going to stop the farming. And we have to resort back to the full 100% importation. And that only means that we're going to get substandard ground provision, vegetables and stuff like that, substandard. Because we're not getting grade A products here in Jamaica, not even grade B. You understand me? Yes, and it's a long time in storage. And if we can get the fresh things from here in Jamaica, we have to try and come up with some solution, man. We cannot be looking at these things and putting a blind eye to it. It doesn't make any sense. You understand me? The farmers are frustrated right now, really, really frustrated. Even myself as a farmer. Really, really frustrated. You understand me? We're not complaining. You understand me? Because most of these farmers that you see in St. Elizabeth here, from Melissa Blow, not even a pack of seed nor a bag of fertilizer they don't get, and they're not complaining. You understand me? They try and come back, rebound, you know, and trying to build some sort of level of sustenance for them and their families. But with this, people can continue. And under this type of situation right now. You understand? So yes, Mr. Prime Minister and Minister Agriculture, something has to be done, sir. You understand? Right now, the farmers are at a breaking point right now. Real breaking point. You understand me? From the massive losses from Hurricane Melissa, we know that nobody cannot do anything about that aspect of it, because that is a natural occurrence. But this that we're seeing now, there are solutions for this problem. This is tomato. Tomato can make ketchup. Tomato can make tomato paste. So that there's a lot of things that tomato can do. You understand me? There's a lot of value added things that tomato you know, can help to boost our production in those aspects, like in the manufacturing industry. Why are some avenues or some linkages are not being created for us or for the farmers and cold storage facilities, you know, to be promoted to the farmers? So these things are necessary. You understand me? This is a man-made disaster we're seeing now. Melissa was a natural disaster. This that we're seeing now is a man-made disaster. You understand me? So coexistence is necessary. You understand me? Communication is necessary. It's not only good to go and tell end users, consumers, that prices are going down. Prices are going down, but at other people's expense. You understand me? What the sense? We look for one side of aspect of society, because so the people that are supposed to be creating the consistency for us to be consistently getting these items here locally, they are the ones that are suffering. So all of these things that you're seeing now is a short-term thing. You understand me? And this will definitely affect our foreign currency, definitely. You understand me? And our balance of trade. You understand me? With this situation, we're definitely looking at trade deficit. You understand me, sir? That's all I have to say. I hope this reach the necessary people. You understand me? I know we try to reach out many times to the necessary people, but nobody seems to be listening. You understand me? So the next step is for farmers to just pack up and just stop the farming and probably leave Jamaica and go other countries where people appreciate them. You understand me? Because farmers in Jamaica are not appreciated, and a full time now I stop put to it. Yeah, man.
So a few Americans are upset with me because I said that they will never know what it's like to consume real fruit. There's no line in that. That's the truth. So when was the last time you went to a grocery store here in America and actually smelled the fruit before you seen it? So if what I said made you upset, buckle up. See, the Jamaican people have access to natural resources. Fruit trees grow all over the island. Let's take this avocado for an example. I'm sorry, the Jamaican people call it a pear. I had no idea that avocados grew this size. If I had the ability to import Jamaica's fruit into the United States, I would sell out. I would sell out in a day. I'm not Jamaican, but I can tell you the first lesson that a Jamaican learns, or anybody who's moving to the United States from the Caribbean learns when they get here, is that the food is fucked up.
If we should remove ourselves from where we're calling farming, the time they have given us. We would die of hunger.
So what happens if the farmers are forced to vacate the lands before their crops at varying stages can be reaped?
Technically, we would have to sit and watch like a stray animal, because this section what they are leaves us, it is not ready. If they want us to move urgently, then compensate us. So the ball is in their courts.
Now, farmers in Heartland's St. Catherine have been feuding with the management of the Sugar Company of Jamaica, SCJ, over the lands on which they farm, initially earmarked for a new prison. To date, much interaction and meetings have been had with stakeholders. Only a year ago, Agriculture Minister Floyd Green instructed that they be leased lands nearby and provision be made for their eviction. A week ago, they say the SCJ told them eviction is set for May 31.
The manager here, CJ, tell me personal. Say if we not left, him a go burn down here with the drone. So me tell him say, yeah, I go burn down with the drone, but there is a problem, because if me down here no farm, and me can't see the whole of my thing burn down. And the manager out of here, CJ, me I go sue. Because him tell me personally how time much I feel me court there, so. And this one, me and him a go up the lawsuit, because him a go totally responsible for the a year that we left around here. Him a go responsible to the year that we farm we burn down around here.
They're calling on the Prime Minister, the National Security Minister, and the Agriculture Minister to intervene and ensure the humane completion of the project that's seen many farmers in limbo even after a year of paying over the lease due to the alleged unreadiness of the promised lands.
I think Minister Samuda has created excellent background. Oftentimes when we speak about climate change, we sometimes feel like it's a big distant issue, but it's not distant at all for our farmers and fishers. We're seeing it in longer droughts, we're seeing it in heavier rainfall, we're seeing it in crops that do not yield as much as they used to. And Hurricane Beryl and Hurricane Melissa again showed us the harsh reality that our farmers are the ones that face the brunt of this new climate reality. And as such, the government had decided years ago that in moving towards climate resilient financing, it would have to be targeted towards our agricultural sector to build sustainability and to ensure that we are more resilient. And this is even more important now when we reflect on the fact that Hurricane Beryl would have caused over $7 billion in losses to our agricultural sector. And that is followed by Hurricane Melissa that cost us over $32 billion in losses to our agricultural sector. And you pile that on some of our structural realities. We are a country, the majority of who are smallholder farmers, who are heavily dependent on rainfall, who operate oftentimes in hilly terrain, and as such vulnerable to soil erosion and land degradation. And as such, in building climate resilience, we had to take all of these factors into account. And I want to join with Minister Samuda in thanking the technical teams that have done a lot of work in pulling together a comprehensive program that will seek to address our climate vulnerabilities. So the Adapt Jamaica program is designed to tackle our systematic barriers to resilience in agriculture. We will focus on four main areas. Firstly, climate resilient agriculture and food loss and waste. We do lose about 30 to 40% of the food that we produce now in our agricultural ecosystem. The second area will focus on strengthening climate information services. The third area on policy and institutional strengthening. And the fourth on investment-ready financing solutions. And I will quickly just go into a little bit of these areas. One of the things that we did was to look at the parishes that would have suffered the most from these new climate realities. And as such, we've identified 6 parishes based on our historical data in relation to how much they have lost from these weather events over the last 2 decades. And those are Clarendon, Trelawney, Manchester, St. Anne, St. Catherine, and St. Elizabeth. Again, these areas combine high climate exposure, rural poverty, food insecurity, land degradation, and limited access to irrigation and financing. Importantly, these parishes are responsible for a significant share. In fact, about 70% of our domestic production is produced by these 6 parishes. So at the farm level, this project is designed to be practical, visible, and scalable. So we will look to develop model farms and farm clusters where we will deploy climate resilient solutions to show them work in real time, including things like solar powered irrigation, reinforced greenhouses that are designed to withstand stronger storms, efficient water management systems such as drip irrigation, especially for our vulnerable farmers. We will have a strong training component and provide access to simple, affordable tools that are focused on rainwater harvesting and water efficient technology. Importantly, we will design a climate information system that will tie directly into our farmers. So our farmers are better equipped to know when we are having these weather changes. It will provide timely, practical guidance on weather and crop conditions. At the same time, a portion of these funds will be routed through the Development Bank of Jamaica to ensure that farmers have greater access, especially smallholder farmers have greater access to capital to be able to invest in their agricultural enterprise. We'll focus on things like crop zoning, targeted inclusion strategies. We're going to be focusing on our women. We're going to be focusing on our youth to ensure that underserved groups have equitable access. We are going to be using our farmer field school to ensure that our farmers are trained in climate smart methodology. And we will roll that out throughout the 6 parishes that we've identified. Additionally, and I want to again commend the technical team, because seeing the challenges from Beryl and now Melissa, a component was crafted into the project to ensure that we could directly respond to the damage caused by Hurricane Melissa. And as such, we will be crafting some cash transfers. We will be looking to have households who will benefit from a cash for work program, and we are looking to develop a major irrigation system under this project. This project will bring forward at least 9 automatic weather stations, 35 rainfall loggers, and a national climate information system tailored to agriculture. I think all in all, we can see that it is a comprehensive program to really build sustainability in our agricultural sector. Now, implementation will be done over the next 5 to 6 years. And I say that at the start, because normally when you hear the announcement, the farmers will think that tomorrow we will be able to get out there. But again, the first year is normally collecting your baselines to ensure identifying the communities that you will directly target. We will do that over the first year, and then roll out implementation year 2, 3, and 4, and use the last few years to ensure that we are monitoring, evaluating, and scaling our project. I close by saying this is how joined up government works. To look at where the resources are, and I want to commend the team at the Ministry of Water, Environment and Climate Change for driving the application process. I want to commend our international partners, the FAO, who have come on in a big way and did a lot of preliminary work with us at the Ministry of Agriculture. I want to commend my own technical teams. They oftentimes get a big beating, but CTD and RAD and Agri-Invest, Jamaica 4-H, who is here as well, thank you. And JSIF and the PIOJ, again, very strong technical teams who did a lot of work to bring us here. But again, this is just the start. Our hope is that we will have multiple engagements like this with myself and Minister Samuda, where the Ministry of Climate Change is doing what it does well, to mobilize the resources, and we will use those resources to transform our agricultural sector. Thank you.
Why the Canadian government deducting EI from the Jamaican farm worker them? Why the Canadian government constantly deducting EI from the Jamaican farm workers them for years? And knowing that these Jamaican farm workers, men and women, cannot benefit from EI because they don't live here. They are temporary workers that come here 3 to 4 months up to a year to come and work and farm. And when the man then cut return or all return and then get tax return, you don't see a check where I say, okay, this is from EI, this is because on contribute to EI, so okay, on can't benefit from it, so let me go back something. It's millions over the years they've been collecting from the Jamaican farm worker them, and the men and women them cannot benefit from EI. A joke business that. A joke business that. EI should never have deducted from the man them pay. The only thing should have been deducted is tax.
Hi everyone, today I'll be showing you 5 goats that did not cost me $250,000 and what they produced. Exhibit number 1 is Tinker. She's actually a born Nubian hybrid. This is her 3-month-old offspring. This is Samson Mom, and this is her offspring, also 3-month-old. This is Jada Kingdom, also didn't cost $250. I'm tired. These goods are super heavy to lift, but you get the drift. I know obviously there are goats being sold worldwide for more than 250,000 JMD, but is it the same quality being offered here for that price? But I digress. Have a nice day everyone. Stay safe.
Shalom Israel. Watch this.
2 Chinese nationals have been arrested for the illegal importation of sugar. Details in this report. Police at a supermarket in Luana, St. Elizabeth, sometime after 2 o'clock Friday afternoon. Not to make a purchase, but a bust of several packages of brown sugar illegally imported from Guyana. The intelligence-driven operation was carried out by a team from the National Compliance and Regulatory Authority and the Area 3 Agricultural Protection Branch. Sergeant Desroy Holness is team lead.
Brown sugar with brand name Demerara, which is a product from Guyana. Seeing these brown sugars on the shelf, owners of this establishment, which are Chinese national, were informed by members of the sugar industry authorities that no permit has been granted for such importation or sale of this brown sugar.
The Chinese nationals were subsequently arrested and charged with breaches of the Sugar Industry Control Act.
Alright, so meanwhile the Minister of Defense, you know what I mean, the Chinese man, I tell we say boy, the police can't put on a body camera whenever them in a confrontation with black people here in Jamaica. Film people out here are rob and a steal and a fraud. You understand? This is nigh to scamming, you know. Don't think this is any different from somebody will chop the line. This is just a different form of chopping the line. They might chop the government of Jamaica. Or him now take, you know what I mean, them thing into consideration. You understand? Why him now focus on him own race of people who are criminals here in Jamaica, but nobody want to talk about it. Get inside the ISUPK. Make we show you what really are going on in Jamaica. Follow this page, ISUPK Jamaica, under commanding General Yohana.
The farm was totally destroyed. We lost over 65,000 birds, and an estimate we lost over $500 million worth of investment. We had to start all over. I'm Osborne Bramley of Global Egg. I'm in the egg business for the past 35 years. This facility is being rebuilt after the destruction of the first one. It is built to house 20,200 birds. So we pick up the pieces and we rebuild a new farm. So we would like them to stop the importation of eggs immediately because it is destroying the industry. I am confident that Jamaican egg farmers will come back 100%. So there's no question that we are able to supply the market. And you should buy local eggs because you are supporting Jamaican farmers and helping to make thousands of people's lives be better.
All of the people that were gone pan farmer come to the front line. Who know me come bout? Praise Jah, every emperor, Good morning to all of my beautiful ladies who do this morning here.
pan the Thursday morning, big up on your damn self, and you know, so me and no man pan the what? Internet, and me generally, big up on yourself. Watch your prayer, people. Whether male or female, I no gone pan farm work. We have problem at Jamaica. When you left on a female at Jamaica, or when you left on a man at Jamaica, them are going to bun. Them are going to bread, bulla, bun, biscuit, the bakery. You know I get bun. Hey, you know I get bun. You know I get the whole bakery. You know I get bun. But Father God, me ask how you get me from you know, tell me yet. I'm here wait. Alright? People, anyone there, no sit down. Please and thanks. I mean I fuck up in here. You know say front line, fuck up in here. Alright, watch the prayer. The man them gonna friend gonna walk in a call, gonna pick apple, banana, wherever them are picking at the field. Them have to get up 4 o'clock. And then go out the money hard, and send phone. Some of the women them work at the hotel them. Then work the money hard, and send back to the husband. Watch the prayer though. While you know I do all of that, Joe grind in some man in the yard. And we don't talk about the regular Joe grind. Some of them Joe grind have big good. Me say, who no say for come here. Some of them Joe grind have big good. Some of them hood, no big so. The man when I take, when you know overseas, and I know. And him a hide and go no bun. Some of them Joe grind are hood big. Watch the prayer now. Some of them man them, I fuck a back a girl down here too. I go for the woman them too, you know, because some woman go for farm work too. But I'm mostly man. So we are deal with the both side of the ball game. You know I get bun. You know over there, you know I work hard, you know I send back on the money come my yard. For whatever reason. You know I dey on the phone late with no spouse or no husband. Because I try keep tap on him. Some of them nah fuck nobody. Some of them we left on yes for tough some foreign girl and I come back and I look back for we know. But at the end of the day, the woman them, I know say no break pad them hot sometimes. They love jump. Me understand say more while you know want change aisle. Me understand say more while you know gear want shift. But we look on it like this. The man them take up themselves and work in a call. Send every dollar come give you. Yes, we have good man, we have bad man. If I send every dollar come give you, he might make you alright. He don't have no time for fuck nobody when in the pan farmer. I can promise you. Then probably give them 1 day. And just Saturday and them have to run go get something. Some of them go pack all barrel and send come go no whole heap of barrel and pack everything. If they even go no bun once in a while and go touch it. No know them style, but it's hard. Because them a wake up from 4 o'clock when they done in the field and them son not there. They don't have time. When drink water till them fucking turn idiot. So they don't have time for that. That's why they end up on the phone, we don't know. Late at night, I want them on the phone, we don't know. I want to tell them nasty things. Then call that phone sex. Big word, man. Phone sex. I like that one there. So, they don't have time for go no bun. But ladies don't have to tap it. You see, if the man a treat you no good, and he must send when he send, and he gone for farm work, and he must go no every dollar, you don't have to give him bun. Jesus Christ, man. I know there's no pum-pum love jump still, but you don't have to give him bun. When he must do the right thing. Not sure Joe Grind would be and film Lily. You don't have to give him bun, you don't have to tap it. I saw no mash up on a family and I don't realize this. Serious now. So no mash up on a family and I don't realize it. Because a man take up himself and I do everything for him. Gang and work in I call. Who go up on farm work and tell you in a comment a hard work. Hard work. A one bag of man pack up in a one place. And them have to work hard. And the people them have work for. Nobody feel say they're nice neither. You know, you hear some people say, oh, me got good boss. But boss not nice to everybody. So if you tap game and them bun, can then go overseas to 6 months or 7 months or 8 months and work and send back every dollar can go on if you tap it. And the man them they are Jamaican and woman they on farm work too. Wherever then there, hotel, kitchen, them are working in a certain place. One of the top go no man bun. Me know say some man no man we tap out and take one lily one fuck sometime pound overseas. But majority of the time they not pray that if they love you. Cause one thing I can tell you, when a woman love their man, it's hard to make another man fuck him. I tell you no. That's one thing I can tell you no. So some man show no man they are foreign. And I send the money and I send everything go no. You know a girl long, you know a whore out the place. You know a whore go, you know whore come. You know whore go, you know whore come. So when the woman come home from foreign, you know can't even turn up good. Some man have some big good. And he coming like he need fire for turn. Oh the blood. The woman they are foreign and send every dollar can go no. And when the woman come, the woman cannot even get a proper sort out, a proper service. 2 minutes, you pop, you're tired, you're this. If the woman gone for 7 months on farm work, when he come, you feel well highly. Me fi see all the high lemon on your face like a me. When you see the high lemon on your face like a me. High, rusty, a long time in a beat none. When me catch mama man a problem man. Sweat me a sweat, I work and a chicken me a jerk. A sound of make the woman them feel. The woman them spend their money and send their money come and make on alright. And no war out on herself. And then can what left come give the woman them when they come. 2 minutes, the woman not even feel good. The woman couldn't wait for come off a plane. In pum pum does a jump some, I go see my husband. He does a jump some, I see my husband. To get some good sort out. And walk out on herself. And war out on herself with some big front girl down at Jamaica. And when no woman come, you can't service them properly. And then gone pan farm work, then wash this your fuck. If send every dollar come down there. And say, make sure say you build up that. And them put in their hard work and then love them man and then love them family. And when they come, you cannot even give them a proper sort out. You know have the big good and you cannot even turn up. If you turn up, if you know for 7 months, you know fuck, you know highly, you know strong. How when you know hold him a murderation. But some man walk out on herself. And when the woman them come, the woman them unhappy. That's why some man a relationship mash up. And the woman them know. You know if you understand this too. You know tap me drug and walk on out man. And when the man come, you know deep like Duns River. How where they both Bob when the man come, you know pum pum fi have gum, wall, tall wall. When he go in, he can't go in. He come like a bruise, he would want bruise up. Cause the man they gone on farm work for 8 months. You know not supposed to touch. You not supposed to can't wait for him come. When he come, you know kill him with fuck. You know fuck him go and fuck him come. He don't hear that. In love with you. Some man when the man them come, man them work so hard. When they come, you know have attitude, you know give them attitude, you know best boy everything. You know 7 months of work. All in them a hot sun America yeah. You never see summer hot yet. You think Jamaica hot? Some place in America hot. When summer come, it's hot. And the man them out there then drink water till they fuck. And I work in a hard sun. If you send every dollar come go now when they come. You know a bex up, you know a this, you know. When the man come, you know, for happy man, a 7 months or 8 months, you don't know see him. You know, for give him some good service. But here what the problem. Some man who left him already, you know, only use him for the money. You understand? Enough of no left for no man already, you know, only use him for the money. Because you have Joe Grind living on the front. Fanning Ghana Joe Grind in our yard. And when the man hear something now and people are telling him, you know I say people can use man you. But you not brawling too much. I don't care people can use man you. Me that carry too. So when you see me say front line you news carrier then. Because me I go carry news too. Because if the man go and work hard and I take care of you, you just work hard and man I fuck you out. It's wrong. Me not support certain things. And when the man come from foreign, your bex up. You can't wait for him to go back. That's the money you want. So the people them are going for farm work. I know say some man will go foreign and left for no man too. You know have the little dirty style there. Trying to find an American woman. Some man say I feel the better. But I feel like say, if you have a good woman in yard and they might do the right thing, you don't know if you left for no man for no man. Because I realize a lot of foreign women take away Jamaican man for a woman. But I never hear say Jamaican woman take away people man overseas. Like that. Maybe 1 and 2. So nothing tappy. So the people that go on for farm work, go and do the right thing and they hold on to the bungalow up in a one little combo or one big zinc house. And I send for the family. The woman them we are working in a hotel and I send back things to their family. For their husband and them picking and to make sure everything alright. When the woman come home, she feel welcome, can't wait. You not top work out on herself. Because you can't wait for some man or partner step out. Whether Ghana foreign or what. You can't wait. You have one girl over there who been did one tear down. You tear him go, tear him go. Same thing with the woman them. You have one man over there so you been one get some crutch. You tear him go, tear him come. You fit happy. And tap mash up on your family. So watch the prayer. Big up on your damn self. Leave a comment in the comment section. And you know sir, soon up on the next one. 1 front line and a 2 out.
Jamaica is running out of food and nobody is talking about it. Jamaica has a food problem and it is getting worse. Hurricane Melissa wiped out banana and plantain crops in October 2025. Farmers say recovery will take 7 to 9 months minimum. At the same time, the Middle East war is disrupting global shipping. Freight rates are up, insurance costs are up, food prices are up. Jamaica imports the majority of what it eats. That means every global shock hits Jamaican dinner tables first. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green is now warning against imported bananas because of a disease called TR4 that could wipe out local varieties entirely. And starting May 1st, 2026, a new sugar tax hits, 22 cents per gram. On top of everything else families are already paying, the government's answer is a plan called FACE, a 15% import reduction target, youth farming policies, climate-smart technology. But 1 in 3 Jamaicans already has hypertension. School children are eating junk food. Street vendors are operating without permits. The crisis is not coming, it is already here. Jamaica's people have survived worse, but survival should not be the standard. Abundance should be. Comment food if you want more breakdowns on Jamaica's economic reality. Follow and subscribe to Jamaica Untold Stories. We cover what they bury.
Year 3, APB and Sugar Industry Authority in the Luana community. On entering the Luana wholesale and supermarket, checks were made on the shelf by the members of the Sugar Industry Authority, where 10 packages of brown sugar with brand name Demerara, which is a product from Guyana. Seeing these brown sugars on the shelf, owners of this establishment, which are Chinese national, were informed by members of the Sugar Industry Authorities that no permit has been granted for such importation or sale of this brown sugar. The brown sugar, along with the 2 Chinese nationals, were taken to the Lakovia police station where they were arrested and charged for breaches of the Sugar Industry Control Act. I'm sending a strong message along with members of the Sugar Industry Authority that we believe that there are several other businesses out there who are selling this brand of brown sugar. When you're caught, you will be prosecuted. This operation will be an ongoing operation by the Agricultural Protection Branch and the Sugar Industry Authority.
Wagwan, wagwan, beautiful people of Jamaica. Guys, thank you so much for always coming back and for your support to guys. I don't take it for granted, honestly speaking. And guys, you know what? In today's video, Jamaican farmers are being crushed by cheap imports. And guess what? People are talking. Jamaicans are talking. Jamaican farmers, Jamaican people, Jamaican leaders. Everybody is talking. And guys, this issue is breaking in Jamaica. It's breaking in quietly, slowly, and painfully. And my good people, the farmers, I am glad that they are speaking and the world is listening. Right now, cheap imports or cheap imported food is flooding the island, the good island of Jamaica, and local farmers are seeing that it is actually killing their business. It's bringing their business down, 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 because once the our government allows cheap imports into the country, it means that whatever they used to do the farming of their produce, it's not going to make any sense. So the reality on the ground is that across the entire island of Jamaica, farmers are really struggling, and they have planted, they have watered, they have harvested, but when they go to the markets to sell their goods, then it's unfortunate that they cannot compete at this point and moment. And that is because the imported foods in the markets are way cheaper than the ones that they brought from their own farms. So as you all know, sometimes you see these much cheaper goods, and also people tend to think that they are kind of better because it is subsidized in some way and mass produced. But again, being the ones that are planting in the country, or the farmers that are planting in the country, they actually get to use more resources than the ones that were imported from other countries, because remember, at the end of the day, the economy is different and minimum wage is also different. So the issue of the import problem is major, and Jamaica imports major or more than 60% of the food that is in Jamaica at the moment. And if you think about the whole situation, that means that more than a half of what people eat in Jamaican homes comes from outside of Jamaica. So if you look at it in terms of costs, it will be like over 1 billion USD every year, and that is actually money leaving the country, not entering the country. And if you look at it in terms of, I mean, every day, the local markets, they are flooded with cheaper alternatives. So cheap imports, of course, will win at the end of the day, because that's what people can afford. Most people always go for affordability, and cheap imports, most of the time, they do benefit the consumer, but when it comes to those that produce it, they don't benefit them. And of course, cheap imports benefits the consumers for a very short term, because they will have lower prices on these goods, and also the options will be more and more. But on the other hand, the farmers are the ones that are being disadvantaged. And if you look at the full story, low prices of goods, they normally come at a cost, and of course at a very big cost. Local farmers cannot actually match these particular imported foods. So that is because they do not have mass subsidies. They also do not have industrial scale farming, and also they don't afford cheap bulk shipping. So what happens at the end of the day is that they'll incur losses in their businesses. So farmers are being pushed out massively, and many of them are reaching a breaking point, and whereby they'll have to reduce the production and of course switching crops each and every season. And some majority of them are actually quitting, and they're just like quitting completely. And this is not something that is new that we've experienced, because it happens all over the world, not just Jamaica. And for so many years, trade liberalizations have actually opened Jamaica to global competition. And that means that cheap imported goods, uh, uh, by the time that happened, it actually replaced local production or local produces. So the entire sector felt the pressure at the end of the day. So dairy farmers, they'll face it, beef farmers, and some business couldn't even survive. So they couldn't survive because imports replaced them. For example, if you look at chicken or poultry, let's talk about that. Because chicken or poultry is one of Jamaica's most important protein source. So if you see local farmers in Jamaica, they do raise chickens, but guess what? Imported chicken parts are mostly way cheaper than the ones that are reared in Jamaica. Yet they actually dominate the shelves of the Jamaican hotels, Jamaican supermarkets, and my good people, farmers are really, really suffering, and I feel for them because we should buy local, produce local, and if you do everything locally, then that means that we are all benefiting. So farmers are warning us as of cheap imports, and that of course is going to destroy jobs in the coming future. And if those farms do disappear, then get to know that most of the time they'll not be back, or they'll not get back easily. So that means that the jobs will be a risk. And of course, this is not just about food, it's also about livelihoods. Agriculture supports farmers, agriculture supports truck drivers, agriculture supports market vendors, agriculture supports processors, agriculture supports rural communities. And if imports replace this local produce, then that means that jobs will disappear. And we just mentioned all of them. That means that opportunities will disappear and the entire community will feel it. So sometimes you get to have disaster strikes, and this will add another layer. We talk of Hurricane Melissa, climate shocks, and also droughts. But then in Jamaica specifically, they do experience hurricanes, strong winds, and Jamaica is one of those islands that has been hit hard. And when it's hit hard, then farms get destroyed, livestock are lost, and food supplies disrupted. And if that happens, then that means that islands the island gets to rely more on importation, and that dependence is extremely dangerous. So if you look at this cycle, it actually weakens the local farming or farmers. And if farming becomes weaker, then reliance or dependence on other countries will increase. And at the end of the day, the more you depend on other countries, or the more you depend on importation, then that is the end of everything. And of course, the cycle will always repeat itself. So if you ask yourself real questions over here, is one of the question will be, are cheap foods are really cheap? Are they really cheap? Or are most people just paying for it in other way? So of course, that will be it because people are paying it in such a way that jobs will be lost, industries will be lost, independence will be lost, and because food is not just a product, it's security, it's survival, it's everything, and policy in power plays a major role. That is because you'll see some people argue that the government must step in and in terms of stronger protection of our farmers, better support, and the government should actually call for investors to invest in local farming. Others believe that competition is necessary and that consumers need affordable food, and that they are not wrong for calling out the government on that. So, of course, at the end of the day, tension will come in between, now the tension will be between food prices and the sustainability. And I don't know what you think about that. But what are the farmers really saying at the end of the day? Because farmers at this point are not asking for charity or support or anything to do with that. They're asking for fairness. Just that, by the way. And of course, what they want is better access to financing. They want lower input costs because when inputs become low, then that means majority of Jamaicans will tend to do farming, and of course that will really boost the country. In terms of food security, farmers actually want protection from unfair imports because at the moment, as we speak, they feel outmatched, and that is unfair. And I don't know, do you think that Jamaica can feed itself? Do you think, guys? Because most countries in the world, not just Jamaica, they always dream of this particular point and a point whereby they are able to feed themselves. And food sovereignty grows everything in a particular country. And of course, if you people just want a reduction in dependence. They want to depend on other countries for food. And, if in order for this to happen, the government should be able to be in a position whereby investments has to be able to be injected into the economy, and also farmers get to be supported. There has to be policy change, and consumers need to be supported. And if that happens, then everything will be okay. So the hard truth is that if nothing changes at the end of the day, if nothing changes, guys, that means that farmers will actually quit, and more land will remain unused, more food will be imported, and the cycle will continue. Nothing happens, more farmers quit, more land go unused, more food imported. The cycle continues. So when you see any cheap food around you, ask yourself, what did it cost to get here? And also, who paid the price? Because somewhere in Jamaica, a farmer is watching their market disappear. And of course, yeah, those are some of the things that you should actually ask yourself. And I don't know what you think about our topic today. Should Jamaica protect its farmers? Or what do you think, guys? Do you think that cheap imports should stay? Kindly comment down below and let's keep the fire burning. I appreciate for your support, guys. I don't take it for granted. I'll see you tomorrow, same time.